officers, aviators, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a pretty unusual day because it is the first time that I have the pleasure to welcome Mr. Rajnath Singh, the Defence Minister of the Republic of India. Minister, your presence here next to me is a real honor. I would like to wish you welcome and wish your delegation welcome on our grounds. What a fantastic sight. What else but this sight of Dassault Aviation to welcome you? And what a better day than today to hand over the Rafale. Rafale, certainly the best jet fighter on the market, allowing to protect your territories and your populations, tool for sovereignty. What better day indeed than the 8th of October, as it is also the anniversary of the Indian Air Force, celebrating today 87 years at the service of the country. So the 8th of October is indeed the day of the best auspices, as it is the day of the celebration of Dassault, celebrated in many places worldwide, which is therefore a very good sign. But this is certainly no coincidence. This is no fortuitous. This is in fact the sign of the paramount importance that we give to our cooperation. France already expressed it when President Macron hosted Prime Minister Modi in Paris, but also in Biarritz. We really opted for India. It's certainly a very reasonable choice, but it's also a choice from the heart. It's a choice of reason, and I think President Macron explained that in Garden Island in Australia, in an area where a lot of disorders appear and battles of power still exist. So we decided to opt for liberalism, multiliberalism, and we decided to work on the basis of law and the best possible balance and the best possible stability. As to the reasons from our heart, let me express them today. Explain this to you. We certainly have a lot in common between France and India, starting with some desire for independence and sovereignty. But we also have cultural links and links of friendships that go far beyond mere strategy. Our two countries are also attracted by spiritual aspects. Aragon was speaking of the perfume of India when meaning spirituality. So this reciprocal choice is now embodied with the Rafale. What is Rafale, indeed? It is only the best of French technology, the best that France can offer India. It's certainly also the power of the industrial power that India can have to develop its technological presence and its competencies. France, more than any other country, certainly understands the need for that. We are
The Defence Minister of France, Florence Parly, addressing those present at the handover ceremony of the Rafale jet to India. It's a momentous occasion. The Defence Minister, in those comprehensive remarks, also detailing how this is one step further in the boosting of strategic and defence ties between India and France, saying that Rafale is the best that France can offer to India. It's the best French technology. That's the handover ceremony that we've been getting to you, the latest on, that's underway in Bordeaux in France, where the Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh is accepting the first Rafale aircraft from the French government.
Nearly 60 aeronautic companies in France have settled in India. They not only have offices, but they also have research and development centers as well as production sites. Now this number keeps growing, and in the near future more French companies will come and support the Make in India policy. But we still hope to further develop this trend. Let us look at the future. When opting for the Rafale, you didn't just opt for an unequaled jet fighter. In fact, you opted for a further enhancement of our military partnership. And there are numerous possibilities, I would say infinite possibilities. We may have joint exercise, we have multiple cooperation activities in the Indian Ocean, but also in more, I would say, in closer places. The cement of this cooperation is the extraordinary trust that unites us. And believe me, I will do my best to make sure that we can really meet your requirements, that our armies meet your requirements, and that Dassault Aviation meet your requirements. We will be extremely attentive in meeting deadlines. 36 Rafale jet fighters will have to be delivered between 2019 and 2022. Now, this first jet fighter is delivered on schedule today and is the first of a long series that we are, of course, willing to deliver under the same conditions, and we will be very careful about that. France, indeed, is willing to support the Indian Air Force so that it makes the best of the Rafale, and this within the shortest possible terms. As I said before, you decided for a deep and close relationship. So we won't just stick to delivering aircraft. Our approach is part of a broader cooperation with, for example, 200 military being present in France and the same the other way around. This is just the proof of our efforts. But a lot of efforts have already been made to be able to get to this ceremony. And for any ceremony, I think it is good to start expressing our gratitude. So let me very warm-heartedly thank and congratulate all those teams who've been working hard for us to convene here today. We are just celebrating the first step of a longer trip that will help us to make through all the desires of the Indian Army. So today is not a usual day. It's indeed a big day for our two countries, a big day in the history of our industrial cooperation. It's also the day of a symbol, that of a new impulse in our common history. So long life the French-Indian friendship.